Happy afternoon, and it's a Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday, yep. And it is stunning out there. So, I'm in here because I can't believe I've never actually. What have I just done with them? Oh, there they are. As I'm literally I'm less than an hour from the coastline or anything. When I went to Burnham-on-sea the other day, I didn't just look at the beautiful scenery and everything there. I've picked up some fresh mussels, fresh cooked mussels, which I'm going to do a sauce for now. And it would be a lemon sauce, but I've got no lemons, so we're going to turn it into a lime sauce. I've got no cream either, so it is going to be a butter sauce, which I've got melting in the pan at the moment. So I'm just going to let that carry on doing what it's doing. Just going to turn it up a little bit. Yeah. So I've made a few adjustments because I really want to try these out. They look absolutely stunning. Look at them. Well happy. I'm pretty much going to be talking to myself. I know that because it is gorgeous out there. I'm going to be eating al fresco. Hence why I think we should have a really nice afternoon meal. So, what I've got in the pan, as I said, I've got some butter melting with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Stop the butter burning. I'm just going to bring you a little bit closer. What we're going to do, really, really simple. As I said, it is your choice if you add cream. I haven't got any, so we're not having cream. It does give a beautiful, sort of more silkier sauce version. If you add the cream, it looks really fancy. But I've got no other recipes that I want to use the cream in, apart from going in my coffee at the moment. So it would be a waste of time buying that. So we're going to keep this really simple. As I said, I've got butter in here. That is nicely melted. And all we're going to do, we're going to lightly, pop that one for a minute. Saute some onions. So, like everything and before, thanks for joining if you have. Really appreciate that. Come and join me cooking my... What have I done with them now? Oh, there they are. My fresh mussels. Because, as I said, we are under an hour from the coastline. Maximum of about 2.5 hours at a decent drive. Why not pick up some fresh seafood? So, as I said, onions are going in. Guys, I really appreciate you all for joining. Thank you very much. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you don't, just don't subscribe, really. That's the way I look at it. So, we're going to saute some onions. I'm going to try and keep this really simple. As I said, I'm substituting some of my ingredients because I'm being lazy. I can't bother to go down the shop, and it was a waste of money because I've got nothing else to use it in. So everybody that's tuning in at the moment, I'd like to say a big thank you. Thank you very much. And I actually can't read that. I've got to say, guys, I'm on my phone, not on my laptop. So here we go. Right, onions, saute. Straight in the pan with some beautiful butter, and as I said, with a little bit of oil. There we go. Yeah, normally this would be a lemon sauce, but I ain't got any of those either. So we're gonna do. I'll turn that up a bit. What I can with what I've got. I don't want to keep. I'm very well, thank you for asking. How are you enjoying the sun? Have you got sunshine? Alright. Let's move these onions around. Now I'm just going to soften up these onions, get these onions nicely softened up. Then we're just going to add a bit of seasoning. Then we'll add the stock. We'll let that do its magic for a little bit. And the mussels that I've picked up, obviously because they're cooked, they only need a couple of minutes warming. I'm going to give them 3 minutes. I've never actually used cooked mussels. I've always done them from raw. and in shells. So I'm really, really happy about this. A really good, easy way. If you want to do pasta dishes, seafood pasta dishes, this is a really good way. There's a beautiful fishmongers that I went to. It even had fresh oysters in there. It was stunning. Along with whitebait, breaded and unbreaded, which I did pick up. Tuna. Oh, the tuna looks stunning. Well, I've actually got some of that on a video that I'll be loading later. I've just got to edit it and work my way through it. Right. The onions are working away nicely there, and they are pretty much softening up. You don't want it up too high if you don't want to burn anything. Right, while the onions are softening, now do this to your taste. I've always been told I undersalt. I do that for a reason, because you can always add it, but you can't take it out. So I will be salt and pepper in, and I'm probably getting told that is not enough. So onions in the pan, as it says, salt and pepper to your taste. If you're eating it, do it how you like. I like lots of pepper, so I'm going to put lots of pepper in there. I'm cheating as well. I would normally use fresh garlic, but it didn't look too great when I looked at it, so we're using this. And I've got to say, it's actually really, really good. It's, apart from the fact it literally smells like minced garlic just been poured into a jar. I'm really impressed with it. Most garlics I don't normally buy because they just don't smell like garlic. They're just horrid. Right, salt and pepper in there. I'm going to add a bit of thyme, because we all know I love a bit of thyme. And I like to dry mine out. Oh, I need to get some more actually. Okay. Yeah. What I was doing, I did have a lovely fresh plant that I was growing. Unfortunately, it died. But I did get lots and lots of thyme off of it, which I dried out and was using for quite some time. No pun intended. But I find it is a really nice way. And the smell keeps better, the flavour keeps better. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. Right. So everything on nice low heat. You don't want to overcook anything. It's a really quick, easy dish as well. Especially, as I said, because we're using the cooked mussels, it has made this even easier. Alright, we'll let that warm up while we add a little bit of chilli. We'll actually get... Because I don't want to lose the flavour of the mussels, I'm actually going to get some measuring sticks. There we go. Oh, perfect. I'm going to add a quarter of a teaspoon of chili. Now, as I said, we do not want anything too overpowering because these mussels look stunning. Alright. I'll just let that warm up again. So you can add cream to this if you want to. If I was making something else with cream, then yeah, I probably would have gone and got some. But the reality is, I'm trying to cut down my cream because I eat far too much butter as it is. I like the nice things. They taste good. Alright. Oh, I really wish you could smell this. This is so good. Yeah, it really smells like somebody has literally just poured the garlic straight into the jar. I actually got it. I think my mum got this in Aldi or Lidl. So we're gonna add just 1 teaspoon because it is really strong. Let's mix that one in and get that nice and warmed up. It's nice and simple. All I've done literally is chop some onions at the moment. So it's not hard. It just makes the afternoon dinner a little bit more interesting. Oh, it could be. And as I said, guys, I haven't got any lemon, so I'm using lime. We'll see how this comes out. I think we're going to be using all of that. There we go. Let that get back up to temperature before I add the stock in it. And then I'm going to let that work away. Actually smells really nice. I can't see the difference. I like lime on my pancakes instead of lemon at the moment, so sort of the same thing. We are getting a really nice sort of texture. And it's working its way. Sort of actually getting the natural creamy effect here. I'm going to pull you over actually so you guys can see more. How's that? There we go. Ah, there we are. See what I mean? You're getting this natural, almost natural sauce going. And it smells really good. Right. I'm just going to leave that. Well. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stock. Which I've already got here. I'm using vegetable stock. You can use chicken stock, you can use vegetable stock. Do not use beef stock, whatever you do. It is up to you. I actually do prefer using a vegetable stock in things. There we go. That is looking lovely. Right, just going to pour the stock away in that. And then I'm going to cover it. And leave it for about 5 minutes and sort some bread out to go with my afternoon lunch. Bit more stock. Alright. Well, don't forget when we add the mussels, they are already cooked. I think that's plenty. We don't want too much. Let's stick I just in. Alright, as I say, I'm going to leave that. Alright, let's pull you back again. There we are. Alright, leave the mussels here. Oh, 1 minute guys, be back. Alright. Right, I need to cover that. That would be helpful. Oh, we're looking at my spatula. There we are. Right, don't judge me. I'm using bulky dishes to put my mussels in because that's what I've got. I don't really. I make a bowl tea probably in a blue moon. I haven't made one in the last sort of 12 years. So yeah, mussels it is. Alright, let's cover that. And I'm going to put the timer on for that, so don't forget about it. No, the timer's upstairs, so I will not be putting the timer on. Anyway, let's pop you over here, guys. I also, while I was actually at Burnham-on-sea, I took a nice little walk down the high street, which was a lovely change. It's all right when you go to the seaside. Everyone wants to see the beach and the beautiful scenery. But, seriously, this is an amazing loaf that I picked up at Macy's Bakery on the high street. And it's just stunning. And it's got a beautiful colour. This is actually a chai loaf. And you see that lovely colour in there. And we got that. So we're going to do some of this. I'm not even going to butter it, obviously, because we've got a lot of butter in the sauce. So we don't really need that. But what we are going to do is make it a little bit more presentable on these. There's nothing wrong with making your dinner look nice. A little bit of effort on your dinner is lovely. Makes you want to eat it even more. Right, how are we doing over here? I'm actually going to turn that up a little bit. Right. I'm happy with that at the moment. Fingers crossed it comes out okay. Alright, I'm not going to put the bread, all I'm going to do is simple, just going to cut the bread in little soldier things. So I think it'll look cute. I really don't want to waste this bread. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. Right, I don't care what they say about Hamilton Hobbs. They are a pain in the ass. Right? The amount of times I've accidentally touched my cooker and not realised, I walked away thinking something's cooking and it's not. Also, the amount of times I've walked away and the cooker is actually still on. So, I don't know where the safety is in that. Give me gas any day. At least I can see when it's on and off. But yeah, very pain. That is the one thing I will be glad that I will be getting rid of once this is all gone through. Loving the hearts. Always love a heart. Right, as I said, yeah, it's a bit better. We've got a bit more movement to that. Right, I'm literally just going to put little soldiers on the plate because I think that will be better. And you can just help yourself to it. Right, not those. And as I said, I'm going to eat al fresco because the weather is demanding it. I've got fresh mussels, so why not? So I mean, guys, you don't have to go out to have something really, really nice. I really should put a cloth underneath that and stop it rolling about so much. But never mind. Always thinking of things when you're doing them. Apparently, guys, are we ready for the heat wave that we're supposed to be having? Hitting us next week. We could get up to around 30 degrees. Personally, that's my sort of temperature. I do prefer it. I would like working in that because it just doesn't bother me. It's quite nice to have. Bit of a change from last year. So I think we should all just sit and enjoy it as much as possible because we don't know what we're going to get next year. Alright, bread's done. I'm going to chuck the mussels in. As I said, these are cooked, so these are going to need probably about 3 minutes. Literally 3 minutes. I'm a bit worried because obviously I get worried like with prawns. I'd rather cook my prawns from raw than use cooked prawns. So I'm feeling the same way about the mussels. I'm worried I'm going to overcook them or they're going to taste rubbery. But we shall see. Right, I'm going to get this emptied. I'm going to tidy it up and then we're going to chuck the mussels in. Sorry, I like to clean as I go. I like to keep things tidy. Here we are. What have I stood on? Oh, nothing. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Oh, that smells really, really good. Oh, for God's sake. I told you, I can't do anything without spilling something. There we go. Give that a wipe. Put that back on. We want to turn it down anyway. From that one. There we are. Alright, let's have a look at these. I'm really interested to see these. It's a bit like, yeah, whelks and everything down there. It's really nice. Although it's nice to see what they have to offer. If I'm honest, there's a place called Bedminster in Bristol. It reminded me very much of that. It was just how the street is set up and everything. So, oh my God, these are really nice. Oh, they're good. I'm quite happy with these, isn't it? That's not bad, really. That's not a bad size for a mussel, considering that they're already done for you. That is smelling really good. And all I'm going to do is just gently add in my mussels. Now we don't want to let these cook too long because they will taste like little bits of rubber and they'll be absolutely disgusting. So I am going to just go get my timer. There we go. I don't know if I was putting your hand in it because it's quite hot. But there we are, lovely. And they look so good. Oh, on to 30 seconds. We'll go in the bin. Alright, I'm just going to go get my timer because I need it. And then I'm going to cover these. See, these are looking pretty good. And if you're not confident with cooking mussels or any seafood in particular, this is a really good way of being able to cook some mussels without worrying whether or not they're going to open. So I'm going to leave you with that a minute. How's that? They look quite good. Alright, we're up to a minute. Yeah, that's good. As I said, these are already cooked, so we want to keep an eye on them. Alright. Just leave you looking at that for a minute. I'll be back. Oh, I just smacked my hand into the wall. Right, I'm back. I'm going to literally put the lid on those. Fingers crossed they come out alright. But that is about it then. And that is it, guys. That's it, dinner done. So you're looking, they're going to be done in about, what we got, less than a minute. I've got them not too high because I don't want to fry them. And that's me having lunch. So the next time that I'll see you probably is when I've actually done it. But I really, really do thank you guys for tuning in. Please take a look at the rest of my channel. Subscribe if you like my channel. Please do. Really appreciate it. Do love all the likes and all the appreciation, guys. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the sun and look forward to next week because it's supposed to be a hot one. I'm going to get back to my mussels because they are nearly done. And I really don't want to overcook them. As much as I love showing you my food, I want to eat this one this time. So take care, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye!
When he's coming round? All that bread.
No, it's not a lot of bread. It's just